let's get started.
This meeting is being recorded.
Yeah. So, mashallah, a very interesting topic today. And we have an expert here with us. So, Abdussami Bhai is an IT professional, business intelligence expert with us. As part of Toastmaster, he has a very rich experience. So he joined the Toastmaster Club in 2008. He was VP Education, VP Membership. He is known for impromptu speaking and grammarian role in Toastmasters meeting. Played key role in coaching and mentoring Toastmasters. So he's a Toastmasters International certified competent communicator. So today we have an expert with us from the Toastmaster community who was mentor for long, and he's a mentor for us as well. So when there was a discussion about the Toastmaster Club, so he came forward and he said he will lead this effort. We can think of starting the Toastmaster clubs in various places. To start with, we are thinking of getting started here in Hyderabad. So initially, I think our plan is going to be to join the Toastmaster existing clubs and get experience there. And when we have enough crowd, we can get started on our own. So an expert with us here. So let's get started. So over to you, Abdussami Bhai. Jazakallah.
Thank you, Syed Bhai. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome all of you to this session on an introduction to Toastmasters International. I'm a Toastmaster for a long time now. I joined Toastmasters International as a Toastmaster in 2008. I played role of VP Education for my club then. And in last year, prior to pandemic, we started one new club and I played very key role in developing that club from the beginning. And in all the clubs, wherever I was member of, I ensured that the enthusiasm among the club members remains at a high level always. And I provided my mentoring by playing different roles in those clubs. I'm known for my role as a grammarian. When we discuss how Toastmaster meetings go on, I'll talk more about the different roles that Toastmasters play in the meetings. So for an introduction to Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. Ralph F. Smedley started club in 1924, and since then Toastmasters International has helped people from diverse backgrounds, millions of people, become more confident speakers, communicators, and leaders and critical thinkers. Toastmasters International has huge membership worldwide, more than 300,000 members, 149 countries, and 15,800 plus clubs across the world. How does Toastmasters work? Everything in Toastmasters revolves around the club. Most clubs have around 20 members and meet once a week or once a fortnight, meaning 15 days, for an hour. And meetings can be hour and a half long as well. Each club features a unique culture, so there is no pressure to join the first club you visit. Attending club meetings as a guest is free, so visit as many as you like until you find a club that fits your personality. In Toastmasters meetings, members give speeches, members take meeting roles, have great time learning together, There is no designated teacher. Learning happens by doing tasks. In Toastmasters meetings, Toastmasters play different roles. Toastmaster of the day, accounter, timer, grammarian, evaluator, table topics master, and general evaluator. Toastmaster of the day is like master of ceremonies. He's like an MC. He leads the proceedings of the meetings and he ensures that role transition takes place smoothly and meeting. He introduces the role players of the day and he carries the meeting proceedings. Our counter. When we talk, we tend to use unnecessary fillers like I mean, okay, right. These kind of words are not part of a proper communication and we tend to use them. So there is a person, there is a role. While meeting proceedings are going on and everybody is talking, he is noting down how many times you have used fillers in your talk. Because the ultimate goal of Toastmasters meeting is to ensure the Toastmasters speak flawlessly and fluently without support of fillers or crutches. Our counter plays very important role and at the end of the meeting he presents his report as to how many hours were used by different role players. Timer. Toastmasters are known for their timeliness. Timer keeps record of the timings. If there is a prepared speech, there is a time duration fixed for prepared speech. If there is an impromptu speaking, a topic is given and time is given 1 to 2 minutes and 30 seconds to wrap up. You have to speak minimum 30 seconds and maximum 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If you exceed the time, you disqualify for evaluation. You are not evaluated in that meeting. If your prepared speech goes beyond 6 minutes and 30 seconds, you are not evaluated. You disqualify from evaluation and you are not considered for evaluation in that meeting. Grammarian. Grammarian plays a very important role. When everybody is speaking, he is noting down the good usage of language, the bad usage of language, and how certain sentences could have been framed in a better way, and how language used in the meeting would have been better than what was used. He notes down all the small nuances of grammar, and at the end, he presents a report as a grammarian, and in that, he tells the finer details of grammar. Even if you make a small mistake while speaking, that is noted down and that is brought to your attention so that next time you do not commit the similar mistakes and your communication gets better and better every meeting that you attend. Evaluator is the role. There are there is speech evaluator. There are prepared speeches, generally at least 2 prepared speeches in every meeting. Speech is not just when you give speech in Toastmasters, you do not just stand and start speaking and you do not just speak. For every topic that you choose, there is a purpose and objective. You have to fulfill the objective of the topic. You speak for entertaining people. In case of humorous speeches, you speak for communicating certain ideas. You speak for persuasion, or you speak for presenting a research that you have done. So there is an objective for the speech, and when you deliver your speech, you have to meet those objectives which are pre-decided. So evaluator listens to your speech very carefully and checks whether you have met the objectives and how you could have crafted your speech in a better way, and how would you have delivered your speech in a better way than you did. So that is the role of the evaluator. And not only this, even evaluator is evaluated. Who did a better evaluation? So in a meeting, best speaker is chosen, best evaluator is also chosen similarly. So general evaluator does evaluation of the evaluators, and there is voting for speeches and also for evaluators to choose the best evaluator among the evaluators and the best speaker among the speakers in that meeting. And table topics master. It's very important that we are able to speak on the spur of the moment. Impromptu speaking plays very important role. This is also called elevator speech sometimes. If you meet a person just for a few minutes and you have to convey your idea in a very short time, you should be able to speak on the spur of the moment because you don't have enough time there to think and talk. And the general evaluator, the seventh role, evaluates the entire meeting proceedings, whether the meeting started on time, ended on time, how role players played their roles, how the transition happened, and how we can improve meetings. So every time this evaluation happens in the meetings, so every time our intention is to make the next meeting more entertaining, more educational, and better than the meeting that we attended earlier. This is about meeting roles in Toastmasters. Club president starts the meeting. President introduces Toastmaster of the day. The Toastmaster of the day is host of the meeting. Toastmaster leads the meeting, TMOD, begins by introducing role players, acts like an MC, and keeps the meeting flowing smoothly and on time. There are minimum two speeches, table topics, and evaluations, as I explained earlier. And in Toastmasters, there are pathways. Pathways are learning experience for Toastmasters education program. At the foundation of your Toastmasters experience, Pathways is designed to help you build the competencies you need to communicate and lead. Online learning tool allows you to leverage over 300 practical workplace skills, including interview preparation, online meeting management, leadership skills, project management, and conflict resolution. And there are 11 pathways available for you to choose from when you start your Toastmasters journey: dynamic leadership, effective coaching, engaging humor, innovative planning, leadership development, motivational strategies, persuasive influence, presentation mastery, strategic relationship, team collaboration, and visionary communication. These are the pathways available to you to choose from. You can choose one of these pathways and you can start your Toastmasters journey. This is the new way, a new curriculum from Toastmasters International. Earlier, there were two different paths: competent communicator and competent leader. If you chose competent communicator, you had to communicate 10 different projects in the communication path. And upon successful completion of 10 projects, you would be awarded competent communicator certificate. And once you complete 10 different leadership projects, you take different meeting roles and you perform them to the satisfaction, you would be awarded competent leader. And there were other certifications available in Toastmasters earlier. But now you can choose one of the pathways and you can start your Toastmaster journey and you can carry along to the completion of the pathway that you choose. Toastmasters is not only about communication, it's about critical thinking, it's about time management, and it's about leadership skills. When you participate in different roles as a Toastmaster, your leadership skills develop day by day, inadvertently, without you noticing. Toastmasters are very particular about their timings. Meetings start on time and meetings end on time. Speeches have pre-decided timings. There are two types of speeches: general speeches and humorous speeches. Humorous speeches are about humor. These are not serious. But there is a difference between stand-up comedy and humorous speech. Humorous speech is not a stand-up comedy. There has to be beginning, there has to be body, and there has to be proper conclusion at the end in humorous speeches. So by giving different speeches, general and humorous, you improve your public speaking skills. There are competitions at club level, at area level, district level, and finally, all these the humorous speech contests culminate at district level, and prepared speech competition culminates at World Champion of Public Speaking. Every year, Toastmasters International chooses one champion of public speaking worldwide. This is very interesting, and this environment of Toastmasters clubs is very encouraging. People don't laugh at you. They give you a chance to stand and speak your mind. If you falter, doesn't matter. If you can't speak, doesn't matter. They encourage you, they clap you. And at the end, you are evaluated and your evaluation is presented so that you make your speech better the next time. There is a very, very encouraging atmosphere here. Everybody encourages you to speak. And there are mentors available. Mentors are the seasoned Toastmasters who have had Toastmasters experience for a long time. They coach you, they teach you in preparing your speeches. And impromptu speaking also plays very important role that helps you speak on the spur of the moment, that helps you formulate sentences on a very short notice. So this is about pathways. This is about how Toastmasters meetings go on and how Toastmasters help you develop your leadership skills, skills of persuasion, skills of time management, skills of interpersonal communication, skills of engaging with the audience, skills of collaborating with fellow Toastmasters, skills of arranging different events. So when you perform your roles, you keep growing and you become a competent leader. And as you go on giving speeches, you keep growing, getting better, and you become a competent and confident public speaker through Toastmasters. Toastmasters meeting happen once in a week or twice in a month as the club decides. And meetings, then through the meetings, we identify competent, very good speakers, and these speakers participate in different competitions and they journey along. And a great speaker finally emerges as world champion of public speaking. It's very interesting. This is just a brief about how it goes, but once you start joining the meetings, you'd know much more about how Toastmasters function. Now, let's listen to world champion of public speaking, Muhammad Qahtani.
Please welcome our next contestant, Muhammad Qahtani, the power of words. The power of words, Muhammad Qahtani. What?
Oh, you all think smoking kills? Let me tell you something. Do you know that the amount of people dying from diabetes are 3 times as many people dying from smoking? Yet if I put a Snicker bar, nobody will say anything. Do you know that the leading cause of lung cancer is not actually a cigarette? It's your DNA. You could smoke for years and nothing will ever happen to you. This whole war against smoking is just to restrict the farming of tobacco. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I use these arguments, even though I just made them up, believed what I said. Two of them started smoking. Words, when said and articulated in the right way, can change someone's mind. They can alter someone's belief. You have the power to bring someone from the slums of life and make a successful person out of them, or destroy someone's happiness using only your words. Does that seem a bit too good to be true? A simple choice of word can make a difference between someone accepting or denying your message. You can have a very beautiful thing to say, but say it in the wrong words and it's gone. I have a son who's 4, and he had this bad habit of writing on the walls with crayons. And one evening I walked into his room and he's going at it, just writing and drawing and so on. And I said, hey. Are you stupid? Don't you ever do that again. And guess what happened? He did it again. Nobody likes to be threatened. Nobody likes to be intimidated. His pride would not allow it. He did it again just to spite me. A week later, I walked into his room and again, he's going at it. And this time, he was even looking at me. I came down and said, sweetie, come here. Don't do that. You're a big boy now. And he never did it again. Because his pride wants him to be the big boy. Have you ever wondered why nobody cares about global warming, even though it's a very serious issue? It could kill all of us. Because when you go home and you flip on the TV and you see a scientist trying to talk about global warming, it goes something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see from the graphs here, the statistics for 2014, it shows the water level is rising. This table shows that the monotoxic level on the third ozone layer is in a very alarming position. The message never get across. But most importantly, if you are a person who's a role model, if you're a person who's been admired, anything you say could be believed. Anything you utter could be taken as truth. My friend Nasser, he loved his father, idealized his father. He would do anything to make him happy. But his father was the kind of person who was not easy to impress. And year after year, Nasser tried, and his father was like, yeah. First year in college, Nasser got straight A's. And he thought to himself, this is it. This what will finally make my dad proud. He picked up the phone. He called his dad. Dad, I got straight A's. Are you proud? Please tell me you're proud, Father. Yeah, listen, son. I'll have to call you back. I'm busy. I'm busy was the single sentence that broke the camel's back. And he started drinking, doing drugs, hanging out with the wrong crowd. Nasser, why? Why are you throwing your life away? If the one person in the world that I care about the most doesn't care, then why should I? And one evening I got the phone call. Nasser's in the emergency room. Drug overdose. I rushed to that hospital. I saw him on that bed. And I saw that machine go beep, beep, beep. And I saw doctors try to bring him back to life. Clear! 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 It's clear that a single word could have saved this life. Words have power. Words are power. Words could be your power. You can change a life, inspire a nation, and make this world a beautiful place. Isn't that what we all wanted? Isn't that what we are all in this hall? Your mouth can spit venom, or it can mend a broken soul. Ladies and gentlemen, let that be our goal. Kata Sheikh.
All right, then.
So we now listen to world champion of public speaking, how they prepare their speeches and how they present their speeches in a limited time slot available to them, and how they make their point in that short time. So this is how Toastmasters meetings groom people, achieve their potential, and reach to the heights which ordinary Joes like us would probably never imagine they can reach to. Now, we'll just do some small exercise. We'll now do table topics. I will not ask you, one of you, to do table topics now, but I'll request you to give me a subject. Then I'll take 30 seconds to think about, and then I'll give 2 minutes speech. I'll try my best. And you don't have to judge people from what they speak, because that is impromptu speaking, and you have very limited time to think about. And I may falter, I may commit mistakes, or my speech may appeal to some of you or may not appeal to some of you. So can someone give me a topic?
Hijab issue.
Current affairs.
Okay, one topic, please. One topic, please.
Yeah, current issue. What is happening in Karnataka? That is hijab law.
Yes. Let me tell you one thing. In Toastmasters meeting, one thing is very important. We don't talk about sex, politics, and religion. Any topic under sun can be discussed, but these three topics. So could you please give me, so this point I wanted to tell you, and that is one very good aspect of Toastmasters International. So give me another topic which is not related to obscenity, which is not related to politics, and which is not related to religion.
Can talk about mental health.
Thank you. I'll take 30 seconds to think on this topic. And once 30 seconds are complete, somebody please start timing me. And once 30 seconds are complete, say, go ahead. And then I'll start my speech.
Someone wants to start the timer?
30 seconds over. Sorry, you can go ahead.
Excuse me, I said I'll start my speech after 30 seconds. Once somebody says go ahead, so already more than 30 seconds are over. I'll start my speech now on mental health. Fellow Toastmasters, we are a small dot in this universe, insignificant, unnoticeable against the vast expanse of this universe. But fellow Toastmasters, our mind is our universe. And we hold a lot of universes in our mind. When you go by our lives on daily basis, we live personal life, professional life, and social life. And there are a lot of things that we come across, and that is a lot of things we deal with and a lot of people we connect with. No person in this world is free of anxiety. No person in this world is free of issues. There are different mental issues and physical issues, health related issues, surrounding related issues, interpersonal issues. Every person is going through every passing day. And our mind is very vibrant. It takes huge input every day. Not a single day passes by when we don't Google something. Not a single day passes by when we do not touch our mobile screen. Not a single day passes by when you don't see negative news, positive news, and quite a lot. Our mind is always preoccupied with something which is not constructive, which is not productive, very many noises and tensions. But do we take enough time to sit down and calm down? Do we think enough time to decide our priorities? Do we give enough time to our soul, to our mind, to our body? By doing and indulging ourselves into something that is not of significance, we ruin our health. By thinking about something which doesn't make any sense and which is just a noise and very few facts and lot of information which is of no use, we employ our mind to unuseful enterprise which doesn't lead us anywhere. So to keep our mental health intact, have a feeling of compassion, have empathy, be courteous, and have an understanding. Think that if other person has problem, there are certain reasons behind that. Try to go to the root cause and check how you can alleviate his trouble or his tension and how you can bring happiness to someone's life. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So this is how a speech is given. So can someone of you take opportunity to evaluate me on how I did in my 2-minute speech, impromptu speech? Okay, and one more thing. Did I exceed my time?
I think we didn't had the timer as such.
Okay, we didn't have the timer. So yeah, in Toastmasters meeting, you would have timer and he will time your speech. I mean, and he will tell whether you completed your speech on time or you did not complete your speech on time. So this is how. So I hope you got a brief idea about how Toastmasters work, how it helps improve communication skills and leadership skills. So now floor is open for open discussion.
Yeah, so there were no fillers in your speech, mashallah. Excellent. Very little time you could cover the important aspects of the given topic, which was excellent. I think this you have achieved over the period of time being a regular participant of these kind of forums.
So any questions you have, you can reach out to any club nearby and we'll float a form. If you are interested in joining a club, send your details. We are planning to start a club in Tolichok area. There are two types of clubs, corporate clubs and community clubs. Corporate clubs are sponsored by their companies. Part payment of the fees is made by their companies. Sometimes they waive off full fees for the Toastmasters in corporate clubs. but that opportunity is not available in community clubs. We have to pay annual membership ourselves, and then once we become Toastmasters International's member, we have access to all the clubs across the globe. So if you have any questions, please ask. If not, we'll conclude in a while.
Can I ask just one question? Like in that 30 seconds time that you had, is there any method that you followed to structure how you present this conversation in your, to the audience? Like, I start with, let's say, general understanding about what it is, and then move on to next step, something like that. Is there a structure that is taught within the Toastmaster that you followed or something?
So structure is beginning, a speech has to have beginning, introduction, body, and conclusion. Beginning is about setting context around the topic you are talking about, and body is about the content related to that topic, and conclusion is some takeaway from your speech. So when you have got the 10 seconds or 30 seconds for thinking about the topic, impromptu speech topic, just think about in 2 minutes, you cannot talk too much, and you cannot handle too many aspects of any topic. So just decide on 1 or 2 aspects you will talk about. Then think about what kind of context you will give to your topic instead of directly jumping onto the topic. And then talk about those 1 or 2 important points. And then finally, give some takeaway, as a conclusion. So this way, if you can have your speech, there are chances that your speech will be better. Finally, it depends upon the topic, the kind of topic you get and the kind of understanding you have about that topic. So there may be some topic which is very near to your heart. And
कुर्ते लाना है मेरे को यहाँ का नहीं मालूम भाई, मैं न्यू सिटी में सिलाता हूँ, मेहदीपट्टनम, मुरादनगर। ये कहाँ हूँ ना मैं?
Okay, could you please hope I answered your query.
Can you hear me? Hello, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. So that was very helpful. Can I also ask a follow-up question? Have you ever encountered a scenario where a topic is given and you have no knowledge about that, and how would you have managed that situation during the Toastmasters meeting?
Okay, you're talking about a topic for which if you don't have knowledge about the topic that is given to you, then just take the topic as a context, and then every topic has some correlation with something that you know. And then find out what you know. There might be some context around that topic about which you know more, and then slowly divert your communication to that topic, and then you talk about it. So instead of just sitting idle or just tweeting, you can talk about that topic instead.
Okay.
So, but this is, the kind of questions you are asking are part of mentoring and coaching. So there are many mentors and coaches in Toastmasters. So once you join a club, you will have access to very seasoned people. Very expert people. They will guide us on that. So that is just, I'm talking from my small understanding that I have.
Got it. Okay. Thank you very much for the information.
So over to Syed bhai. Syed bhai, if there are no more questions, can we conclude this meeting?
I have a question. Is there any club for interview preparation?
There is no club for interview preparation, but interview preparation is a pathway. If you choose pathway, interview preparation as a pathway, then you'll go through series of exercises and series of projects in that pathway. And once you complete all those projects in that pathway, you become, good interviewer.
Okay.
I have a question here.
That is structured approach. Like for giving interview or taking interview, you would want to have some quick fix, right? You wouldn't want to spend so much time doing so many projects and all that. You'd want to have, but once you start attending club meetings, then you'll get an idea about how you formulate your ideas and how you remain connected to the context and topic. In interviews, what is important is you do not talk something which doesn't make sense, and how you make your point in a shortest possible time, or how you speak about the most cardinal ideas about the question or scenario, that is important. So what matters in every interview situation is how do you get to the root of it, and how do you speak what the interviewer wants to listen to you. So that comes by practice. There is no quick fix for that, or there is no formula, or there is no methodology for that. But that would definitely come by practice, and the pathway that is meant for that will help you in that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you have mentioned like you're going to open a branch in Torichiki, right? So are the meetings virtual, or do you need to attend in person?
Yes, we can meet in person. Actually, Medipatnam Club had 20 members last year. Now it has only 8 members. And we have around 10 members who are interested in joining from Tolichoki area. So what we can do is we can join existing Medipatnam Club and we can continue. There are many clubs in Hyderabad. So depending on which area you live in.
Basically, I'm from Andhra Pradesh right now. So that's why if there's any online facility, it will be better for me.
So just go to Google, check Toastmasters Club near me, and you'll find club which is close to your house, your place. You can go and join their meetings for free as a guest to get a feel of it. And if you like, you can join.
Okay. So once I join here, is it possible for me to attend any other place, or do I need to attend only this place?
Once you join Toastmasters Club, take membership, all the clubs across the globe are open for you.
Okay. Well, because sometime I need to come to
And
Hyderabad.
there is unique camaraderie. There is unique camaraderie found among Toastmasters across the globe. Any country, any place you go to as a Toastmasters, they wouldn't treat you as a stranger.
Yeah.
So what is the membership fees?
Membership fees will come to approximately about 6,000 rupees for a year.
Okay.
And that can be paid in 2 parts, like 6 months, 6 months. So 3,500 approximately for 6 months. So if you can take initial membership of 6 months, and then you can decide after 6 months experience whether you want to continue or not.
So, apart from regular meetings, so do we have the various events where we can participate?
Yeah, there are events, there are competitions, humorous speech competitions, impromptu speech competitions, prepared speech competitions. There are sessions, speech craft sessions conducted by various Toastmasters clubs.
So
in speech craft, that is a workshop. In that they explain nuances of how to prepare a speech.
So all these places we can join as the guest, right? Or we need to be
Yes. All those competitions you can join as a guest, but national events and international events, I mean, there is some fee because of the logistic arrangements they have to do, and venue related arrangements they have to do. But that's not very high. They keep it as minimum as possible. It's a non-profit organization, so there is no profit motive anywhere here. You can attend events. Most of the events are free, but just in case if there is a big event wherein arrangements are made in big hotels and all that, there you have to pay 1,000 rupees, 1,500 rupees, something, whatever they decide. I mean, for a couple of days or 3 days. It depends on how many days that event is for. And in the events, like national event for, say for example, there is a national impromptu speech competition, or humorous speech competition, or prepared speech competition. In such events, they invite international speakers and world champion of public speaking. In one of the events that happened in JNTU in Hyderabad, Mohammad Qahtani was invited, and I attended that meeting. I attended one more event in which another world champion of public speaking was invited. Great personalities from different fields also are invited there, not only from Toastmasters community, but great speakers from different fields are also invited for the events. So we get benefited from them. And in those events, there are training sessions also available. And those training sessions are conducted by very seasoned and experienced Toastmasters. They are generally corporate coaches. They coach Fortune 200, Fortune 500 companies. Such great coaches come and give us training in national events. Now, Aura Fest is going on, and just in case I get a link of Aura Fest, and if I get permission to share with all of you, I can share that link with you, and you can attend Aura Fest. Aura Fest is national event, this district event for prepared speech competition, and that is happening in Hyderabad, I think.
Sure, mashallah. So even the college campuses, do they have the Toastmaster club?
Yes, yes. College campuses also have clubs. This International School of Business has a club. I know. IITs, IIMs also have their own clubs.
Okay. So what is the criteria for any college they wanted to get started on this club?
Any college or any community club, if you want to start, you need to have minimum 20 members to start a club. So if you have 20 members, we can take this request up with area director or executive committee members of Toastmasters International, and they will help us form a club. They will assign coach to that club.
Okay.
And they will ensure that the club succeeds. So there is a lot of support coming in from Toastmasters community for success of any new club. There will be the speakers, experienced Toastmasters would visit frequently. They will attend their meetings, and they will help them. Initially, role players would be the seasoned Toastmasters, and later on, once they ensure that the Toastmasters from the newly formed club are gaining traction and they are able to perform different roles that have to be played, and there is some coach, somebody coaching them, then they stop attending the meetings. So there is a lot of support from Toastmasters community for new clubs.
So the language is only the English is spoken there, or any other languages also?
Yes, there are special clubs in regional languages also, but primarily most of the clubs have English as medium of communication. There are special clubs for Telugu and vernacular languages.
Okay.
Are there any
But
plans?
these are few and far between. These are few and far between, not so many.
Yeah.
Are there any plans of taking this to other developing countries?
There are clubs in all countries, 158 countries. 15,000 plus clubs, 15,800 plus clubs in 158 countries are already available.
165 countries, I think, already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can Google search to find it out, is it?
Okay. And you can find, just write Toastmasters Club near me, and then you'll find one close to you.
And what is the mechanism to choose the venue of the club where it will be organized and where it will be functioning?
So that is Toastmaster TMOD, Toastmaster of the day. It is his responsibility to make logistic arrangements. So it may be same or different venue every time. We have to have some place available, and TMOD will arrange that.
And if the venue is chargeable, then from where they will arrange these charges?
No. So if there are charges for venue, then we have to arrange for that. Toastmasters, doesn't contribute.
Means the local member of the club need to arrange all the logistics.
Yes. All the logistics has to be arranged by the club members.
And is there do they have one time or certain sort of other fees also for getting the registration first time?
No other fees. No other fees.
So
in Hyderabad, there are so many very famous clubs like Ilan Toastmasters Club, and Medipatnam also was one of good clubs.
Where exactly in Medipatnam?
Medipatnam, I have not connected with the members of the Medipatnam club. I'll connect with them. When we start the process of starting our club at Toli Chowki. So we'll request them to come to our venue. Currently, they are taking only online meetings. They are not meeting offline. But as now the winds of pandemic are receding down, let's consider that possibility.
So to start the club also, do we have to pay something?
No, we need to have 20 members to start a club.
Okay, 20 members.
That is the only criteria.
And the
20
interest
members
is the criteria.
Yes, yes. So if you want details about executive committees and area directors, I can help you with that information. You can get in touch with them and you can take it further if you want to.
Okay. So, any other question? Still, we have time. Very good discussion is going on. A lot of new information is getting fed. So
I want to add a comment here. There are some organizations where they will have their own Toastmaster club. Within their organization, they will interact with different organizations. When I was in UTC Aerospace System, they had a club already, and they used to interact with different clubs in different organizations, and they will arrange the meeting in their offices itself. So maybe you want to explore that option as well.
Yes, and if you are a member of one organization, it's not that you can attend only that organization's meeting. For example, if I'm a member of TCS, I can go to Infosys meeting as well. You have to just tell them in advance, and they will make logistical arrangements, and you can go and attend their meetings.
Yeah, very good point. Any other question?
Is there any criteria to a guy who want to join the Toastmaster club? I mean, academic qualification, something like that?
No criteria. No criteria for qualification, no criteria for age. So you'll find people from all age groups and different backgrounds. You will find authors to postmen. Anybody. For community club, actually no restriction, and corporate also no restriction. Anyone can join club.
Sir, if a guy join a club, what is his initial role? I mean, what kind of is the responsibility, and how can be he active member in that?
So I talked about 7 roles. You can take one of these 7 roles. These are club level roles. There are area level roles. There are district level roles, and there are world level roles. So as you develop, you progress through, and you can take up more responsibilities. So you have to choose the role. You have to perform those roles, and you are evaluated for how you perform those roles. I mean, whenever you perform a role. So there is no mentor, there is no teacher here. There are mentors and coaches. You have to take initiatives, and you have to perform the tasks as described in your pathway manual. You choose a pathway, and when you choose a pathway, there are projects 1, 2, 3, 4, and every project has got different tasks that you have to complete and fulfill. So you learn by doing. It is highly experiential learning. And it's all voluntary. I mean, nobody will force you to do speeches or something. You have to take initiative. You have to do it. They will encourage you. But once you take up a project, you'll get enough mentoring, coaching, and they will make sure that you perform the role the way it has to be performed.
If someone doesn't know the language as such, so how he can get started there?
So you need to have, I mean, minimum understanding of language. I mean, if you don't know language, then, I mean, if you don't know English,
okay,
then probably you can consider some local language club specially made for that.
Okay.
But you need to have minimum, I mean, little bit of understanding of language. Maybe you may not be speaking grammatically correct language. You may not know, you may not have very huge vocabulary, but if you know minimum language, at least 2000 English words you know, and if you can form few sentences, you can start with, and then you can grow.
Good. So any other question? Feel free. So this is open discussion.
And individual mentorship will get. If somebody finds that you are not very good at language, then people will mentor you. I mean, even they will give you coaching, but that is informal.
Okay.
They will help you come to a level from where you can take yourself up.
That's good. Yeah. So I have shared one link there in the chat. So if you are interested in joining the group, so just share your information there. So maybe you can get the guidance from Abdussami Bhai if you are from different city as such. So he can help you offline if you ping him, inshallah. And for those who are in and around Tolichoki, so we every Saturday 9 to 10 we meet for the Mashura. So there you can just drop in, and Abdussami Bhai is a regular participant of that Mashura. So he will be available there physically as well. Okay, so if no questions, I think let me take this opportunity to say thanks to Abdussami Bhai for taking out his precious time, a short notice when we just get started in one of the organization town here had led by Abdussami Bhai. So he asked me to think of MFID taking up and starting the Toastmasters. So when we had this in our Mashura, Abdussami Bhai was there and he was immediately jumped in and said, I was a regular participant, or I'm the regular participant, and I can lead this effort. So thanks for showing that interest and taking us through this Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster in and out. I think with your presence and others who will be joining us to coach and mentor, I think we'll be getting better and better day by day. And communication is the key for the success in this world. So I think definitely this is going to be value addition in our career growth. So I think I would be requesting each individual here to think seriously and get started on these Toastmaster clubs, and especially those who are job seeker. You can encourage them to join these kind of clubs. So that is going to help them to crack any job and any competitive exams, right? So it's good thing. So this presentation itself, while I myself is speaking, so when he was talking about like avoiding the fillers, I'm also very cautious now if I'm repeating any word or using any filler while speaking. So at least I'm feeling that I'm improving my communication here. So hope you also realize this. So every like participation in any forum you go, so you will have a learning. So take out some time and then try to participate where you have the continuous learning. So Alhamdulillah, MFID is providing such opportunity for us where we can continuously learn on various aspects. I think technology also, we have regular regular sessions, and anything which we feel that is very relevant and very important for the community in specific and for the mankind as a whole. I think we are taking up in Mashura and trying to come up with these kind of sessions where we can think of having the continuous engagement. So this we are not just fed with the information on overview, but Alhamdulillah, we have the plan in place where we want to get started. So request you all to join us and empower all the young generations, especially who are looking out for jobs and who are looking out for improving in their career. So with this, I think we can conclude. Thanks for taking out time in this holy month where we all are busy improving our level of iman and amal. So I think participation itself shows that we are very much keen in improving our life. Jazakallahu khairan kasira. So the recording will be in
And I also thank for all of the participants for contribution to the discussion and attending a meeting on the second Sunday of Ramadan. Though schedule of everyone is very busy. Thank you very much for taking time out and contributing to this session.
Jazakallah.
Thank you very much. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Amin bhai, joining from Rajasthan.